Welcome back to the Hard4Games channel, everybody. I'm Tony, and the undumpable, unpreservable N64 development carts are, well, dumped and preserved. Now, if you recall, a bit back, Josh W. sent me a ton of development content to dump and preserve, and we got them all taken care of, except for these 4 carts here. Now, as it turns out, they had a very rare development board that current N64 prototype dumpers could not understand, those being the Ultra Save and the Retro Blaster dumpers. We ended up getting pieces of data with my Ultra Save, but it was fragmented and it was not all there. Now, despite that board being very rare and the fact that I've never actually seen them before, Josh happened to have 4 of them, which was very bizarre. Now that seems pretty unlucky, but here's where you guys, the community, comes in. Jerome from Luxembourg reached out to me about middlemaning the creation of a modified Sanny dumper that could handle these N64 prototypes. Previously, Sannys could not dump N64 protos at all. Sanny, by the way, is an open source cart reader and dumper. So you can just kind of look into it and make it yourself if you have the know-how, which I do not. Now, he reached out to an individual by the name of MarcoEagleEye from Berlin to create it and got it sent over to my P.O. box. Now, I was unsure what to expect, but it worked. Everything dumped beautifully. So what do we have here? Well, here's Chameleon Twist 2, and it is a final retail build. Nothing new, nothing different, nothing special here, aside from, of course, the fact that it's a development cart, which is always pretty cool. Here is Rakugakids. It is the PAL, P-A-L, European version. It is not final. Now, this is a fascinating Konami fighter released only in Japan and Europe. The animation is just amazing.
Rakugakids. Let's get ready to rumble!
Kids find magical crayons, and what they draw comes to life. Unfortunately, the same is true for their bullies, and their creations duke it out in this one-on-one fighter. Now, I'm not sure why this wasn't released in the US. I guess, there were a ton of fighters at the time, and perhaps Konami thought it wouldn't sell well. I'm unsure. It's considered to be a bit of a hidden gem now, though, and by the way, I also suck at fighting games and have no idea how to play this one, so please excuse my gameplay footage. Here we have Top Gear Rally, which is different compared to the final build of the game, and as it turns out, I'm also very, very bad at this game as well. And lastly, we have Toy Story 2, the PAL European version. This is different from the final build, but as we mentioned previously from the other video where we got a partial dump, it's actually post-final. So the NTSC version, the North American version, got a revision that was released. The PAL version seemed to be getting a revision, but that one went unreleased. So no, it's not a beta, but actually a later unreleased version of the final game. Hey, big thank you again to the owner Josh W., Jerome, and MarcoEagleEye for making this possible. Josh will be releasing these shortly as well for anyone who might be interested. And of course, big thank you to our channel members and Patreon supporters. We've got a growing community with special perks for both groups. Some of the benefits and perks overlap, while some of them are a bit different. So for example, channel members get in-episode shoutouts, where some of our Patreon members get a personalized video. Kind of like a cameo, if you're familiar with that. Thanks again, everyone, for helping keep us afloat. Other than that, though, thank you all for watching, and hope to see you all back for the next one.